Hello my dear students, welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, we were discussing chapter 16, accounting for bills of exchange. In our previous class we saw that when a seller sells the goods on credit to the buyer and as an acknowledgement for the credit sales, the drawer or the seller, who is also known as drawer, he draws a bill on the purchaser, who is also known as drawee. So that process is known as bills of exchange. So through these bills of exchange, A is acknowledging about the debt of B. B, after giving acceptance to that bill, he will return it to A. Now that bill is with the drawer. Drawer have 4 different options to deal with this bill. First option available to him is he can retain the bill till the date of maturity. That is, he can keep the bill with himself till the drawee makes the payment of the bill on the maturity date. Second option was discounting the bill with the bank. That means that bill which is with drawer presently can be given to the bank and it can be converted into cash immediately. On the maturity date, bank will get the cash for that bill from the drawee. So on maturity date, it is the bank who will be collecting that money of the bill. Third case available is endorsement. That is, A can forward the bill to his creditor. Creditor had to wait till the maturity date for the payment of that bill from B. And the fourth case was sending the bill for collection. That means drawer, instead of retaining the bill with himself till the maturity date, he is directing his bank to collect the bill amount on his behalf. So, drawer have 4 options to deal with this bill that we have already discussed in our previous class. Today, we will discuss the accounting process related to the retaining of the bill till the date of maturity. So, let's move into the process. So, here is the first case when the bill of exchange is retained. Okay, so the drawer, he is keeping that bill till the date of maturity. Till the date of maturity means, suppose the seller has sold the goods to the purchaser on credit. Now the seller, who is also known as drawer, he is drawing the bill on the purchaser or the drawee. In that bill, it is mentioned that the date on which the purchaser should make the payment for that sales will be mentioned. Suppose it is 3 months. So, on that, after that 3 months, the bill amount will be given by the drawee to the drawer. Okay, so that is till that time the bill will be in the hands of the drawer. Okay, so retain means the bill is now with the drawer and on maturity date the purchaser or the drawee will make payment to the drawer. The first entry which we are supposed to pass in this case is sales of goods on credit. You know the journal entry very well related to sale of goods on credit. So, if we are passing the journal entry in the books of drawer, drawer means who is the drawer? Seller. For seller, the purchaser, he is a debtor. Okay. For seller, when seller is passing the journal entry in his book, he will record purchaser. For him, purchaser is a debtor because in some future date, this person will make payment to the seller. So, from seller's point of view, we can say that this person is a debtor for him. Okay. So, what will be our journal entry? debtor account debited. Suppose if the name is given, it's A Limited, B Limited, they have given the name, then you have to debit that name. Okay, B Limited account debited. So that means it's a debtor. So debtor account debited to sales account. This is from drawer's point of view or seller's point of view. For purchaser, what will be the journal entry? For purchaser, he is the creditor. The seller is the creditor, because purchaser will think that he have to give money to this seller. So for him, this is a liability. So when you are recording this transaction in drawee's account, what will be the journal entry? For drawee, this is a purchase. So he will record the journal entry as purchase account debited to creditor's account. I hope this journal entry is clear from drawer's point of view and from drawee's point of view. From drawer's point of view, this is a sale, and from drawee's point of view, this is a purchase. Okay, so you can record the journal entry as and when I am giving explanation to these points. So first entry for sales on sale of goods on credit have been recorded. Now next entry is, so now that we know that it is a credit transaction. So what does the drawer do or seller do? He will draw a bill on the drawee and send it to drawee. Now drawee, what will he do? He will read all the conditions mentioned in the bills of exchange and he will sign on it. Only after his signature that becomes a legal document. Okay. Signing the bills of exchange means he is giving acceptance to that bills of exchange. So after signing, after approving that bills of exchange, he sent that bill back to the seller. Now who is having that bill? The bill is with the seller. So when this bill comes back, at that time also one journal entry has to be passed. So second journal entry in this case is acceptance of bills of exchange by the debtor. Okay, debtor giving the acceptance for that bill. From drawer's point of view, what will be the journal entry? For drawer, the bills is coming in the business. So bills receivable account debited to acceptor account. Okay, who is the giver of the bill? Acceptor. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the giver? Acceptor. So that's why we have credited the acceptor. Bills receivable is an asset. You know, when asset increases, we have to debit it. So bills receivable account debited to acceptor account. Okay, this is from drawer's point of view. Now from drawee's point of view, what will be the journal entry? He will record drawer's account debited to bills payable account. For him it is payable and for seller it is receivable. Okay, that difference you have to understand. For one it is receivable, for other it is payable. Okay, just remember this journal entry from both the point of view. Okay, from drawer's point of view as well as from seller's point of view. So for seller, the bill is receiving. So bills receivable account debited to acceptor account, and for drawee, it's bills payable. So what is the journal entry? Drawer's account debited to bills payable account. Hope the second journal entry is clear to you. The first one was sales and second one is for acceptance of bills of exchange. The third journal entry. Third chance is bill of exchange is met on due date. That is on due date. On due date means what? On the date of maturity, the bill amount is received. So the drawer, he is making payment of that bill. Okay. So what does that actually means? On due date, bill of exchange is met. What does that sentence means? Cash is paid by the drawee or the purchaser to the drawer or the seller. So here this purchaser, on the due date, as per the agreement in bills of exchange, it is mentioned what date that payment will be made. So on that payment day, the purchaser actually give the cash to the seller. So when the seller receives the cash, what will the journal entry he will make? He will write cash or bank account debited to bills receivable account. Okay, so he have received the cash, so he will debit the cash account and he will cancel that bill because he have received the bill amount. So this is the journal entry. And from drawee's point of view, what is the journal entry? Bills payable account debited to cash account. For him, the bills amount have been paid. From purchases point of view, cash is going out or cash is decreasing. So when cash decreases, cash should be credited. So that's what we have done over here. Okay, so this is when the bill amount is received. Now fourth journal entry, see, either third journal entry will come or the fourth entry will come. Okay, because bills of exchange is met means what? We have received the cash. Sometimes what happened, this bill become dishonor. What do you mean by dishonor? Dishonor means on due date we will not get the cash from the drawer. So that bill becomes dishonor. You may have heard the word that check have bounced. What do you mean by check have bounced? Check have bounced means we will not get the if we go with that bounce check to the bank, we will not get the cash. Okay, so same is the case here. Dishonor means on due date the bill of exchange have not been converted into cash. We didn't receive cash from the drawee. That is the meaning of dishonor of the bill. So there are two cases, situation in that also. The first situation is if noting charges are not incurred. See, noting charges means as this is a legal document, and when the bills of exchange gets dishonored, we have to report it or we have to register the same with the notary government officer. So he will charge a noting charges for this. So that amount also you have to include in your accounting work. So what if noting charges are not incurred, then what is the journal entry? Acceptor, that is the drawee account, will be debited to bills receivable account. If in your question paper it is given that noting charges are incurred, then what will be the journal entry? Acceptor account debited, bills receivable account debited to cash account. Okay, remember this journal entry in both the cases. If noting charges is not there, then accepted to bills receivable. If noting charges is there, then acceptor account debited to bills receivable account and to cash account also. To cash means that noting charge payment you have to make. And in the books of drawee, what is the journal entry? Bills payable account debited to drawer's account. And if noting charges are incurred, then journal entry will be bills payable account debited, noting charges account debited to to drawer's account. So these are the 4 journal entry you have to study when you are passing the when you are following the case when the bills of exchange is retained in the business. Okay, so just remember the first entry. Okay, now let us see some important terms related to bills of exchange. The first is due date. Due date is the date on which the payment of the bill is due for payment. So when the bill amount is due for payment, that is known as due date. Days of grace. It is a usual custom that 3 days is added to the due date. Okay, days of grace are 3 extra days added to the period of the bill. So it is a usual custom that on the bill amount, on the period of the bill, 3 extra days is given to the drawee to make payment. Okay, now date of maturity, the date which comes after adding the 3 days. So after adding the 3 days from the date of period of the bill, that third day is known as date of maturity. So the date which comes after adding 3 days to the due date of the bill is called date of maturity. Then we have dishonor of a bill. Students, dishonor means that the bill is not paid by the drawee on its due date. So on due date, the drawee or the purchaser is supposed to pay the payment, make the payment of that bill. But if he is not making the payment on the due date, that is known as dishonor. It arises when the acceptor refuses or is unable to pay the amount of the bill. Okay, so these are the different terms related to the problems which we have done today. Now let us do one problem related to same case. On 1st April 2019, Ram sold goods to Mohan for rupees 50,000. So here Ram is selling the goods to Mohan. So when you read the statement, you have to understand that Ram is the seller and Mohan is the person who is purchasing their goods. So Ram is the seller and Mohan is purchaser, and they are selling, Ram is selling the goods to Mohan for rupees 50,000, that is on credit. On the same date, Mohan accepted a bill drawn upon him by Ram at 3 months for rupees 50,000. So here Ram is, so we can, I will show you. So see, Ram is the drawer and he draws a bill of exchange on Mohan. Okay, so Mohan had purchased the goods but he is unable to make payment, so he requested, Mohan requested Ram to draw a bill. So according to that, Ram had drawn a bills of exchange on Mohan. It is a 3 months bill, and its amount is 50,000. So from 1st April to 3 months. So April, after April, May, June, July. So on July 1st plus 3 grace days. 3 grace days means 3 extra days will be given to Mohan to make the payment. So on 4th, so after April, so April 1 full month, so April to May, May to June, June to July. On July 4th, this bill should be paid. So Mohan should make the payment for the bill on 4th July. Okay, so 50,000 is the bill amount. On the due date, what happened on the due date? The bill was met. The bill was met means Mohan had made the payment of the bill. Okay, so here Ram, after selling the goods to Mohan, so first entry will be related to sales. Second entry is Ram is drawing the bill on Mohan. So second entry will be related to acceptance of bill. Third entry is on due date, bill is met. So Mohan is giving payment to Ram on the due date. So this 3 journal entry will be there for Mohan and 3 entry will be there in the books of Ram and Mohan both. Okay, now let us see the journal entry. See, Ram, in the books of Ram, journal entry. Ram is the drawer, as we saw. So the first entry is on 2019, April 1, Mohan to sales account. It's a credit sales. So students, Mohan account will be debited with 50,000 to sales account 50,000. B in the sales of goods to Mohan amounted to rupees 50,000. So this is sales entry. And for Mohan, who is a drawer or we can say purchaser, for him it is a purchase. So what will be his entry on 1st April? Purchase account debited to Ram account on for rupees 50,000. B in the purchase of goods from Ram amounted to rupees 50,000. I hope the first entries is clear in both the books. Okay, now the second entry is for acceptance of bill. Now here A is sending the bill to B. Sorry, Mohan. You can see here Ram is sending the bill. He draws the bill and he will send it to Mohan. So and Mohan, after accepting that bill or putting a signature on the bill, he will return that bill to Ram. So when the bill is returned to Ram, what entry he will make? Bill receivable account debited to Mohan account. So here Ram have received the bill amount from Mohan, 50,000, being the bill of exchange received from Mohan. In the books of Mohan, what will be the entry? Ram account debited 50,000 to bills payable account. For Mohan, the bill is moving out from his hands or out of his business. So bills is going out. That means bills payable will be credited. B in acceptance for the bill given to Ram 50,000. Okay. Now next third entry will be on the due date. Okay. July 4. On the maturity date, what will happen? The Ram gets the cash for that bill from Mohan. So what entry he will make? Cash received. Okay, he have received cash. So cash account debited to bills receivable account 50,000. And for Mohan, who is the drawee, he will make the entry bills payable account debited to cash account. From him the cash is decreasing, so it will be credited. Okay, this is the 3 entry in the books of Ram, and this is the 3 entry in the books of Mohan. Okay, you can see I have prepared a summarized form of these entries. You can see the sale entry, you can see the acceptance entry, and bills of exchange met on due date, and if bill is dishonored on due date, what will be the journal entry in the books of drawer and drawee. It is given to you. So go through it very properly, and you can learn this journal entry, understand this journal entry. Now we can conclude today's class. Let us have a quick review of today's class. Today we saw the case related to when the bills of exchange is retained by the drawer. So we saw that we saw the journal entry related to sale of goods, acceptance of goods, and when the goods is met on due date, and when the bill is dishonored on the due date. So with this 4 cases we saw how the journal entries are passed. You have to go through some more problems you have to solve from your textbook and attend the test paper. Meet you in the next class, where we will discuss case 2 related to bills of exchange. Till then, goodbye, take care.